Hi, my name is Relly Mangubat and welcome to the Drum Basics drum class. Lesson number 1 is about flams. How do we play them? How do we execute them? And how do we apply them? Let's begin by identifying the position of our grip. Okay. Just a very short introduction. I am a match grip player, and I use match grip for percussion and for drum set playing. So for me, to identify how I grip my sticks, the position of my thumb and my forefinger usually is in this place here, or this would actually give me a few stick part here, just below my palm, okay? Or I actually hold it back a little more to cover the whole stick, okay, by my palm, like that, and play it like this. Right? The difference of those two grips is, if you hold it with this in this part here, okay, you'd have full control of the stick because you have more space in using your fingers, the 3 fingers here. Okay. However, it compromises the sound output of your attack. What I mean to say is, since you're using only the weight of the stick from here to the tip, the difference of the sound that you will produce is much softer than holding the stick towards the end like this. So that's the only two difference of your grip. If you hold it like this, your sound will be much fuller. If you hold it in the middle like so, your sound is much softer. So it really depends on the context of your usage of the rudiment. In most cases, I use both positions for my grip, depending on the song that I'm playing, depending on the part of the song that I'm actually playing. So there are times that I change my grip within the song, okay? Or technically, if you want a more fuller sound, if you're recording a song, right, you hold it in this area so that you'd have a fuller output. When you play the flam, you need to also consider, and you need to be aware that the movement of your hands are somewhat, you're just playing the ordinary single strokes, right? So like so. This is how normally your hands would fall on the snare drum. So up, down, up. Okay, so that particular position of your arms and your hands will not change when you do the flam. The only difference is you need to play an upstroke, which is what that means is a stroke when you play and hit the drums that comes from an area which is near the drum head, okay, and a downstroke, which is a stick from the high point towards the surface, so towards the drum head. So the flam is composed of those two notes, okay, but they are actually played in one particular beat, okay, 2 notes in 1 beat. So it sounds like 2 notes that are played almost together, okay. So this is how it would actually sound like, and this is the position of the hand. This is a right flam. When I say right flam, means that the downstroke note is actually the right hand, okay, and the upstroke note here, like so, is the left hand. So it starts with the upstroke and then down. Okay, you need to make it sound together. So the space in between the upstroke and the downstroke is very tight. Okay. Okay, from upstroke, then down, upstroke and down, then together. So the upstroke is actually the first note that hits the head. Okay. Okay. If you would notice, the positioning of the hands after playing the upstroke, it goes up, right? So it goes to the opposite hand, and it goes up. And the downstroke stays down, which prepares you to play the second part of the flam. When you practice, it's the left hand this time. So, okay, so from the top, downstroke, the right hand, upstroke, the left, makes your hand, or put your hands in a position that the left hand goes up, preparing it for a downstroke, and your right hand is at the bottom near the head, preparing you to an upstroke. Okay, so when you practice the flam, the hands would actually coordinate with each other. You would be able to practice both the right and the left at the same time. Okay, so right hand, then it automatically goes up, the left hand, and the right hand stays there, then goes for the next flam, which is the left flam. Okay, and vice versa. So it alternates. The pattern, the sticking pattern, alternates itself to give way to each hand, and you'll be able to practice each hand at the same time. Okay, if you would notice, I'm actually doing a single stroke. And I'm not changing any position of the hands or any height or angle. I'm just adding the upstroke. Flam, single, flam, single. That's how you play the flam. The next lesson is flam accent. How do we play the flam accent? So the flam accent is composed of a flam and 2 8 notes after, which is both left and right alternating. Okay. This particular rudiment is played in 3, and you can also consider 6, a 6/8 or a sextuplet for this rudiment. Okay, it really depends on the time signature that you want to use. So, but technically it's in 3 note form. Okay, so 3/4, 3/8, 6/8, really up to you what time signature. This is how it's actually played. Okay, so I'll just hold the grip here in the middle. So it's a flam, and then followed by a 2 8 notes, left, right. So when you start with the right flam, alternating hands would fall on the left and then the right, right? And then playing it on the left hand, okay, left flam, then right, left. You play it together when you practice it as a 6/8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You play both the right and the left hand. Okay. There are times that a lot of drummers would actually use just one hand lead. That's not a problem. It really depends on your comfortability and your execution of the context that you'll be using the drum rudiment for. Okay, but the flam accent is composed of these three notes: right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay, so it sounds like this, a little faster. Faster. Lesson number 3, flam tap. When we play the flam tap, this is how we do it. First, we play with the flam, either right or left, okay, and then we tap it with the same hand that we use the flam for. Like, for example, I'm gonna play a right flam. Then you tap it with the right hand as well. Okay, and then let's do it with the left hand, left flam. Then you tap. Okay, so this particular drum rudiment is played in fours. Technically, you can actually play it in even numbers, like 2/4s, 4/4s. If you want it a 16 note on a 4/4, you can do that, or an 8 note. It really depends on you, but this is pretty much played in a square pattern, so in a very even way, okay, in a straight time. So it's gonna be really up to you how you practice it, and practice it with the metronome all the time. So this is how we play the flam tap. We play it with the flam, then you tap, and play it with the other hand, left flam, and then left hand. So whatever flam you play, whether it's a right flam or a left flam, you follow it with the tap using the same hand. We play it a little faster than what we're doing right now. Very useful. Now let's do it a little faster. Again, I'm using the middle grip for this rudiment. Gives me more control of the stick. Okay, but you can play it like this as well. Give you much louder, powerful sounding flams if you hold it like this. Okay, so let's go back to the regular one for control. Lesson number 4, rudiment 4, is flamacue. How do we play the flamacue? Let's break it down. It is composed of 5 notes. The first 4 notes is a 16 note, starting with a flam, and the last note would be another flam, which is actually played the same flam that you started with. Okay, so let me give you an example. I'm going to start with the right hand flam, and then it ends with another right hand flam, which is a quarter note, which completes the 5 notes. Okay, so the 16, the last note is a flam of the same flam, the right, which completes the 5. Okay, now you have an option to play it again with the right hand if you wanted to practice all rights, or you can actually play it alternatingly with the left hand to practice the left at the same time. This will actually encourage you to develop that sense of playing right and left lead, creating an ambidextrous skill when you practice. So for all the rudiments that we'll be learning right? For this particular program, you need to practice both the left and the right hand. So you would develop that ambidextrous um, a skill set. Okay, so let's do it with the right hand again. So right, left, right, left, right. That's flam cue. Then let's do it with the left. Left, right, left, right. Okay, so you can do it all rights or all left, really up to you. It's made of 16 and 1/4. Now you can also do it alternatingly. Okay, I'll do it with the right hand and then the left. Okay, so the most important part of flam cue is the accent is actually found on the second note, not the flam. So technically, this would actually sound like this if we play the correct pattern, okay, with the accents. So flam, okay, right hand, that's the accent, accent, that's flam cue. Then the left hand.